Hi everybody, welcome to Khong Driving. Yes, this is the new 2022 Camry and this is one of my favorite Camrys. And you know why? This is because it's about the best Camry that I've ever seen, ever. And why do I say that? It's because this Camry now has the full complement of Toyota Safety Sense features. Not only that, it also has a 2.5 litre dynamic force engine, the engine that everybody has been asking for, plus a new 8-speed automatic gearbox. Inside, we have full connectivity and also many features that are very premium for this category of car, and all for a price of 199,000 Malaysian ringgit. So this effectively puts it on top of the heap for cars in this category. This Camry is built on the TNGA platform, which stands for Toyota New Global Architecture. Architecture is actually a philosophy that makes the car look sportier, it makes it lower and also gives it good visibility. You probably want to know what is the size because you want to make a comparison, right? Well, in terms of size, we have a total length of 4885 mm, a width of 1840 mm, and a height of only 1445 mm. The wheelbase is what decides what category this car is in, and it has a 2825 mm wheelbase. So this puts it into the D segment of sedans. So you can see it's a 4-door sedan. So according to the TNGA way of building the car or nomenclature, the front suspension is made up of McPherson struts, and what you see in front of you are 18-inch wheels with Bridgestone to Ranza tires. The tire size I think is 235/40 R18. So at the front you see ventilated disc and a single pod floating caliper. As part of the TNGA platform, the rear of the Camry has got a double wishbone arrangement, and this is what gives it a very good and comfortable ride. And again, you see a solid disc with a smaller single floating caliper and of course the same size wheels. So at the front you get bi-LED lights and also LED daytime running lights and also fog lights at the bottom. So this grille is very slightly changed from the previous model, but basically the current model is built on the same base platform as the outgoing model. So at the back you also get LED lights and a set of twin exhausts. Okay, let's take a look at the engine compartment. A little bit of luxury here. You get two gas struts that hold up the bonnet, and that makes opening the bonnet a lot easier. So guys, this is the dynamic force 2.5 litre engine from Toyota, and what this engine has is 40% thermal efficiency. Now, thermal efficiency actually denotes how well the engine can burn its fuel, and the higher the number means the more efficient it is, and 40 is actually a very huge number, and that is what makes this engine so desirable. It is powerful, 209 PS and 253 Newton meters of torque, which actually propels the car very well. So there's ample power for people who are likely to buy this car, especially the executive types, and it has a claimed fuel consumption of 6.8 liters per 100. Now we have done a fuel consumption test, so you can watch our fuel consumption video and see how well we did versus the claimed consumption of 6.8. Okay, so another key factor for this car is that if you look at it, the intake is on the front of the engine. Okay, this is the intake hole for the engine, and it is very high up, about 2.5 feet above ground, so you don't have to worry so much about flash floods in Kuala Lumpur, yeah? And then it goes down into the air cleaner and goes to the front of the engine. The exhaust is at the back, so there is no necessity for exhaust pipe to go underneath the engine, because if they did that, then the engine would have to be mounted very high up. So because of the way the engine is placed with the exhaust at the back, which means it can go straight down under the car into the back, the engine can sit lower, and as a result, the front of the car is low and your view from inside of the car is very good. So it is not something that happens by accident. It is actually a build philosophy that Toyota have called TNGA, and this plus many other factors they build in make this car actually one of the best cars you can have on the road today. So the other winning factor about this drivetrain is that it now has a 8-speed, count them, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 speeds for you to use, and so that allows them a huge flexibility in choosing the gear ratios. So I was just telling a passerby who dropped by just now how economical this car is, and also an idea about how fast your engine is turning in 8th gear at about 85 kilometers per hour. The engine is just ticking over at slightly over 1000 RPM. So that is another reason why the car is so economical, and also it is very, very quiet. Okay, let's take a look inside the car. Of course, this car has got smart entry, and all you got to do is have your key near the door and it will unlock. Then of course you open it and you can get into the car. Okay, these are Optitron meters, and what you see inside here is a 7-inch MID display, and of course there are many things that you can play around with it. You can see your driving assist aids, you can also look at your music. These are the Toyota Safety Sense items, and the first one on the left you can see here, this is the lane tracing assist, which you can turn off. I normally turn them off, but of course for city driving it might be good to have it, and especially if you're elderly and you can be a bit forgetful. So if you don't use your turn signals, this will sound and it will try to gently pull you back. Then you also have this is the pre-collision system. You can set the distance that you want it to start reacting. That's the autonomous emergency braking system. Yeah, it will try to mitigate. You will apply brakes to try to mitigate the damage if you have a collision. Then of course that is your dynamic radar cruise control, and it works at all speeds from 0 to top speed. Then you have also your blind spot monitor and also the RCTA, which is actually a very good one because it includes braking. I had one experience when I tried to reverse the car and there was another car at the back coming from the side, and that is called the rear cross traffic, and that caused the braking to activate. So it actually activates quite aggressively. Yeah, it stops you so that you do not reverse into the car that is coming by. Okay, so here you can see the driving modes. That's the eco mode, and you press another button and you get normal mode, then nothing shows, and then you can press another button and you get sport mode. So when no light is on, default it's normal. You press eco, you get eco, then you get green, this is normal. You get blue, the line is blue, and of course that's your gear position in P, and this is sport. So in sport mode it turns red. Okay, so these are the steering wheel controls. This is leather, of course, it's 3-spoke, and these are the controls for you to adjust your settings in the control panel, and this is your volume button and your phone control, and over this side is your auto cruise control and also your mode for your radio. I think, yes, that's for the radio, FM, and this is the override button for the lane keep, so very conveniently you can turn it off. But for your pre-collision system you got to go to settings, but of course remembering that there is the plus minus paddle shifters here. So with 8 speeds, having the paddle shifter is a boon. Okay, this is the 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system. The Camry is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto friendly. And so the air conditioning system is 3-zone, 2 in the front and 1 at the back for the back passenger. And these are digital controls for the air conditioning. So further down south, I'm going to put the gear lever down. You have a wireless phone charger, a power point, 12 volt, 120 watts, and also USB ports. And for the wireless phone charger, you can actually, there's a switch to turn it off. Yeah, it's turn off and turn on. Yep, that's the wireless phone charger. Okay, back into P for the gear lever, and the electronic handbrake is here. Of course, you have auto hold, and these are the driving modes. Just press eco, normal or sport. That's all. And on top of that, you also have the gear shift here. Maybe you can't see because of the glare, but you can actually pull the gear lever to the right and you have plus minus. So elsewhere you find that the view from the driver's seat is actually quite good. You get a very nice view of your surroundings because of the low bonnet line. So as part of the TNGA, you look at this part here, they allow you to see through to whatever is there instead of having one big block of blind spot. And also this pillar is made thick that way but thin this way so that it does not restrict your vision. So elsewhere you get the electrochromatic auto dimming mirror plus a digital video recorder for the front. Okay, so here we are sitting in the Tauke seat in the back of the Camry, and the first feature here is this part. You can use this as the Tauke. If you don't like the guy in front, you can give yourself more space by pushing on this button. First, you can slide the seat forward, and you can also make it straighter for you. So you can have lots of leg room if you're the boss lah. And plus, of course, you have your own aircon louvers, and you can also control the temperature of the aircon here through this console here. And this console is also quite good because it can also allow you to recline your seat. Okay, you can recline your seat up to 8 degrees electronically, yeah, for the passenger, and also for your own seat, you can recline or push it back. Yeah, so it's all electronic. You can also change channel on your sound system, and also you can tune your radio or put the volume up and down. And also if you don't touch it, the screen will go blank, so it doesn't have any glare. So this is really a Tauke car, guys. Okay, so here's the boot. It's a decent size, and as usual they have this little piece of plastic cover there to help you. And let's look at the spare tire inside. Okay, you get the tools here, and we're gonna lift up here, and yes, there is a little space saver inside. All right, okay guys, so that's our presentation on the 2022 Toyota Camry. And if you want to buy this car, you can also buy it through our channel. Just go to shop.yskhongdriving.com or send me a WhatsApp at 016-335-0609. Okay then, thanks for watching, and till we meet again in the next video. Bye bye.